Hello guys and welcome to another video. So today, as you can see, I'm using this setup again just because I figured this would be a good setup just to give you more Rick Riordan news as they come out, whether it's about the Percy Jackson adaptation, the Red Pyramid adaptation, Daughter of the Deep news, or even Solangelo news. So yeah, that's the reason. It's not because this is so much easier to set up than my other setup with my bookshelf. So this is not just me being lazy. This is me wanting to have a visual way to differentiate those types of content. So since I'm using this setup, what is it that I am reporting to you guys today? So it was announced on October 7th, the exact same day that the Solangelo book was announced. It was announced that Daughter of the Deep would be getting a Disney Plus movie adaptation, and I have not heard anyone talking about this. I feel like the Solangelo news kind of eclipsed everything else, and that kind of makes sense because obviously the Percy Jackson fandom is so much more invested in characters that they've known and loved for a decade and more than characters that most of people haven't read yet, because I know there's been like a lot of issues with shipping or other stuff, and the release date has been postponed for Daughter of the Deep, which is why you haven't seen a reading video from me yet. There's no way for me to get my hands on a copy, so until I do, no reading vlog, but it's coming. So back to the news. It was a real surprise to me yesterday when I was like sitting on the train and then I just saw this news article. So basically, the Disney Insider just published an article called Confirmed, Riordan's Daughter of the Deep coming to Disney Plus. And I was just like, but what? I feel like it wasn't even announced on Instagram. I don't know how I even came across this piece of information, probably on Twitter. So for you guys, whom I know you don't all have access to Twitter or Instagram, I'm going to read this article to you and explain the situation, and yeah, just try to understand what's happening. So basically what happened is that suddenly Becky, Rick Riordan's wife, suddenly tweeted an article and said, "This article took a trip from Massachusetts to Brazil and back again before landing here. My thanks to blah blah blah." And then thanks to Disney Insider for reporting Rick Riordan's Daughter of the Deep is getting a Disney Plus adaptation. So what tweet was she talking about that went from Massachusetts to Brazil and then back again? So basically, from what I gather, it seems that someone from Brazil was at one of those virtual tours for Daughter of the Deep, and Rick just announced it there, and then the tweet said, "Confirmado, o livro A Filha das Profundezas será adaptado como filme para o Disney Plus. A informação acaba de ser divulgada pelo próprio Rick Riordan durante o primeiro dia da turnê do livro, que está acontecendo neste momento." So basically, that roughly translates to confirmed. The book, The Daughter of the Depths, will be adapted as a movie for Disney Plus. The information has just been released by Rick Riordan himself during the first day of the book tour, which is currently taking place. Oh my god. I wish I had like tickets to every single day of this book tour, because it seems that Rick is going absolutely nuts, like announcing something every single day of the tour. So if you've gone to the virtual tour, let me know how it was, because it seems really exciting. So this reporter from Disney Insider basically saw that tweet and they were like, let me like investigate to see if this is actually true, because like I said, no one was talking about it. So they were actually able to contact Becky Riordan, aka Rick's wife. She confirmed it, and she is now the co-producer of this new Disney Plus project. And this is what Becky had to say. "Here is what we can share so far, as we are in the earliest stages with this project, with the ink barely dry on the contracts. Rick and I are set to produce under our production banner Mythomagic with Daughter of the Deep as a feature film for Disney Plus. This project will be similar to what we are doing with Percy Jackson at 20th and King Chronicles at Netflix in regards to our input as producers. This is so exciting." Rick will be co-writing the script with a wonderful screenwriter / playwright who brings a love of Rick's books, loads of talent and experience, and her own personal story to this project. We're super excited to start, and hopefully we'll have a kickoff meeting with Disney soon. this makes me excited because it says her own personal story, which means she's a woman, which feels good to know because it's a female lead story, so I'm just glad it has, you know, a female writer behind it. Can I just like sit one day to film in the morning and then not have my mom wake up and start vacuuming right next door? I don't think so, but it's fine, I'll keep reporting. And then after the tweet and after the Disney Insider and after Becky's comment, Rick said, "As I announced last night at the tour event, we are presently developing Daughter of the Deep as a feature film for Disney+. Becky and I will be producing blah blah blah, and I will be co-writing, which is fun." And that is basically all that we know. It's been confirmed by Becky and Rick that we are getting a feature film for this book, which is very exciting, honestly, even though I haven't even read the book, but it's a feature film co-written by Rick Riordan. And I feel like this process might be so much faster than the Percy Jackson adaptation itself that we will get to see how Rick's writing translates to more like scripts and TV. So I feel like that will be like a good stepping stone in order to see if the Percy Jackson live action is going to be like good. If it's gonna make sense in the silver screen, you know? Because very often a writer who is used to just writing books, it doesn't have the easiest time transitioning into writing scripts because they're not the same thing at all. So I feel like this will be like a good learning exercise for Rick, especially having to co-write with someone else, especially a woman. So I feel like that's like a good exercise for him, and it's good for us to see what might come out of that. So that's everything we know so far, which is to say that we barely know anything at all. We know that it will be a Daughter of the Deep adaptation, obviously on Disney+, which is a good thing, and now I am not understanding why the Red Pyramid went to Netflix instead of Disney+, where all of the other Rick Riordan properties are going to be living. It's kind of sad. I don't want to think of the implications as to why, but why? Why do you think that is? Because I think all of Rick's books have been published through Disney Hyperion lately, and that would include the Kane Chronicles. So I don't know why they would just leave it up to Netflix. On one hand, if they leave it up to Netflix, there's a chance that the greenlighting process will be so much faster than with Disney, because as we know, we've waited a year and a half for just like confirmation that the script is being written and they're still trying to sell it. Whereas with Netflix, let me just give you an example. The Heartstopper TV show in partnership with Netflix was, I think, announced around February 2021. It was filmed April 2021, and now it's in post-production and they're editing and they're preparing to release it into the world. So that happened in like 3 months. And we've been waiting for over a year and a half for more Percy Jackson news. We haven't even gotten the cast from Disney+. We haven't even gotten a real green light. The first season isn't even like fully written. I feel like they've only written the first half of the season, if at all. So on the one hand, it is good that the Red Pyramid is going to be in Netflix, because at least we'll get it faster. But on the other hand, it's Netflix, and it has like a shaky track record with diversity. So I'm kind of scared about that. And also, why would you separate Kane Chronicles from Percy Jackson? It's like, I get that you would want to make the Kane Chronicles like a shorter thing, so make it like 3 movies instead of like 5 seasons of a TV show, but you could still do that over on Disney Plus and then have them do like, well, not collabs, what do you call them, like cameos for each other, and do like special episodes where we get the Demigods and Magicians storyline. That would be so cool, but now that can't happen because Kane Chronicles is over there lonely in Netflix, and then Percy Jackson is over there at Disney Plus. So I don't know what this has to do with Daughter of the Deep news at all. I just felt like ranting. But anyhow, that's all we know. That basically Rick announced it on the same day as he announced the Solangelo book. Maybe, I think so, because I feel like I reacted to that on Thursday. Was that not the 6th? Was that the 7th? I have no idea. If it wasn't on the same day, it was on the day after, so very close together, and no one's been talking about it. So I'm glad both Becky and Rick have confirmed it. I'm glad that they will be producing the show, and I'm glad that Rick will be co-writing the show with a woman. Hopefully a woman of color, though I do not know. And yeah, I'm just now wondering if Rick chose to write this book specifically because he knew he was going to get a movie deal right after publishing it. I think that might be the case because I feel like he has said something about like the story being on Disney's archives of something that he could now write or something like that, something about copyright issues with characters. I don't know, but I feel like he might have chosen that story particularly so he could take advantage of it later with Disney Plus and make a movie adaptation. So I don't know, let me know your thoughts down below. So as always, I will link the article that I shared with you guys today in the description box below. Please leave a like if you like this video and comment down below what are your thoughts and if you've even read The Daughter of the Deep book yet, because I honestly wish I had. Subscribe if you haven't already and click that bell button to get notifications every time I post a new video. I post videos super frequently on this channel, and I guess I'll see you guys next time. Bye!